Hi, welcome to 8 People, 8 People. My name is Emily and I'm Thursday. So unfortunately for you guys, you'll see me every Thursday, every week. Yeah. See, I'm 19 and right now I'm in college. What you can see behind me is my lovely, messy dorm room. Lucky for you guys. Yeah. Fun channel with my friends. Might wonder, 8 people, 8 people? Yeah, we had a couple ideas before that. 8 people, 6 nipples. 8 people, 16 nipples. Yeah, we had a couple counting errors in that one. Yeah, don't ask. The one that got away, the one that turned you gay, and I've ran out of fingers and toes. And just kidding, we actually got our name pretty quick. Noah, our Tuesday, thought of it, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And yeah, the last two, I just kind of made those up. Shh. And the first two, I don't think I was supposed to put those on the internet. But we won't tell anybody that. But anyway, as much as you all probably love to hear my wonderful voice, I'm going to get on to the questions. So, here we go. Let's see. Number 1. An obscure fact about yourself? Dear. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, well, we'll just scratch number 1 for right now, and we'll go on to number 2, and we'll come back to number 1. Okay, so, number 2 is what you wanted to be when you were a small child, and what you want to be now. For me, they're both actually the same. From when I was probably, as far as I can remember, and as far as, like, my parents and everyone really has said since I've been little, I've always wanted to be a veterinarian, and that hasn't changed. So I'm 19, here I am, X amount of years later, and I'm actually in school right now for cell and molecular biology, which, where I am, that's pretty much pre-vet. But I will be transferring to another school next year, and I'll be transferring into animal sciences. So the only thing that's probably changed from when I was a kid and up until now is that now, versus doing like house pets and such, because it's really competitive. Hey, just kidding. Sort of. I want to do large animals like farm animals and horses, and that's mostly because when I was a kid I always wanted horses. I always wanted to do horseback riding, but my parents could never afford it, and we lived in the suburbs, so it's not like we'd have a horse. So when I get older, I really want to have horses, and if I'm a vet and I take care of horses, all the better reason, know how to take care of them, and I really want my children to experience that and get to have that. Okay, number 3 is my favorite shirt, and I'm not actually wearing it right now, so I have it right here. But to keep up with the theme of t-shirts as our favorite shirt, I picked my favorite shirt that just happened to be a t-shirt, and it is this one. It says, "Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting zombies." And I conveniently found this one at an anime convention. This kid came up to the table. "Do you have any of the zombie t-shirts left?" Standing there next to him. "Oh my gosh, you guys have zombie t-shirts?" And we can all probably guess how that story ended, because I now in fact have the t-shirt. So, let's get on to question number 4. My biggest pet peeve. I probably have a couple of those when I really think about it, but my biggest pet peeve, and one that probably spans a lot of little ones that I can probably think of, is when you go to pick someone up, or like either way, but you go to pick them up and they're not ready. But what I'm talking about is like when you go to pick someone up and you guys have set up a time, like the day before, you're like, oh yeah, I'll come and pick you up at 12:30, and then you text them when you're leaving your house, oh, I'm leaving or walking out the door right now, and then you text them when you're almost to their house, you're like, oh, I'm at the stoplight about a minute away, and then you get there and they still like have to change, or they still have to get all their stuff together. It's like, what have you been doing since I texted you? I gave you 2 heads up besides the time that we decided on. Like, have you been taking a nap? This wasn't a surprise. You knew I was gonna be here. So before I go on some huge, large rant that you guys really don't want to listen to on the internet, we're gonna go on to question number 5. Question number 5. My biggest celebrity crush. I'm going to break your rule, Chelsea, and I'm going to list more than one, but it's a very conveniently clumped together one. And I'm just going to say the entire group of Big Time Rush. Call me a little juvenile. Yeah, I'm not in 3rd grade, but hey, we all know we still watch Nickelodeon and Disney. Don't keep it a secret. We all know what happens. But, I mean, come on. Just look at them. How can you not? I mean, it's like the 90s NSYNC. Except with these guys, hopefully you won't think it's embarrassing when you look back on it. Okay, so back to number 1, an obscure fact. I'd probably say that I'm not really as sure of myself as I like to put forth. It's kind of like that top layer. I'm like, oh, duh, it's all fine and dandy, and you don't know me, you can't judge me. Although, I do like that statement. It's really, like, without my friends around me, I'm much, much quieter than I normally am with my friends around. You know, I'll still talk to people, and I can start up a conversation with almost anyone. But since I've gotten to college, I've noticed that it can be a lot more awkward than it used to be. So that is it for Thursday's 8 People, 8 People. I hope to see you all back next week on Thursday. Because Thursday's gonna be your favorite day of the week. So, well, everyone who decides to watch this just out of curiosity, besides those 7 people that watch it, see what's up with everyone else, I hope to see you all back next week, even if stumbling upon this channel was an unfortunate accident on your part. It won't be later. I kinda sorta promise you. You'll have to wait and see. Bye!